Put the lights on ripple, I'm floating. Gold T shine every time that I'm quoting. Stay wavy TV, that's the way that I'm on. So if you vibe with the
21
vision,
Savage is crashing out after his new album, What Happened to the Streets, flopped first week. It sold 50K first week. I think his previous 2 or 3 albums did over 100K in the first week. And a lot of people believe this is because of 21 Savage's most recent interview on Big Bang, where he basically said that he doesn't think that Gunna purposefully snitched on Young Thug, right? So 21 Savage went on Twitter and he added Gunna and Young Thug in the same tweet, and he said, y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other. Nigga, you knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time, and we swept it under the rug for you. You know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang. Nigga, fuck the streets. We ain't get shit but trauma for that shit. Now, I gotta agree with 21 Savage, man. I said this in my last video, but we already seen some video from the past where it appears that Gunna was snitching, right? Gunna doesn't make gangster music. Gunna is not on songs talking about committing crimes. He's not talking about committing violence against other people. He's not talking about spinning the block on niggas, okay? Gunna is a swag rapper. Gunna, his whole thing is drip and swag, right? Like, he makes player music. He makes music to get fly to. He makes, you know, Pushin' P, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, laid back, chill, swag type music. Gunna, I don't consider Gunna a street artist, a street nigga. Like, I don't consider him a gangster rapper, okay? Young Thug is a street nigga gangster rapper, okay? That nigga, he talks about committing all types of crimes in songs, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that Young Thug and Gunna got arrested and there was a RICO case out for YSL because they said YSL was a street gang that was committing all types of crimes, I feel like Gunna shouldn't have been in that position where he was in jail, because Gunna signed the YSL to be a rapper. He didn't sign the YSL to be a gang member. He didn't sign the YSL to assist Young Thug in committing crimes. He signed the YSL to potentially become one of the biggest artists in the world, which he ended up doing, right? He's had a very successful music rap career. And I feel like Young Thug, because he decided to be a part-time street nigga, part-time rapper, Young Thug's activities ended up getting Gunna caught up in something that Gunna really had nothing to do with. Gunna wasn't a part of Lil Woody shooting up Rich Homie Quan's dad's barbershop. That was Young Thug. Young Thug was the one that had beef with Rich Homie Quan. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think it's fair to hold Gunna 100% accountable for saying that YSL is a gang, right? Because in all actuality, YSL was a gang. It wasn't just a music label, bruh. Young Thug decided to use his power and his influence to terrorize the city of Atlanta. Right? We seen one of Young Thug's homies shoot up Lil Wayne's tour bus when Young Thug was beefing with Lil Wayne. So, you know, I think Young Thug should take accountability for his actions. At the end of the day, Young Thug's father still has a very close relationship with Gunna. Gunna just had a concert that Young Thug's dad pulled up to, and we seen Young Thug's dad give Gunna a big old hug. Obviously, Young Thug's dad don't got a problem with Gunna. He don't look at Gunna as a snitch or a bad person. At the end of the day, bro, Gunna did what he had to do to get out of jail. The man was in jail for months. I think he was in jail for about 3 months before he ended up saying YSL was a gang, and, you know, he was able to get released from jail and not really get charged with anything. And everything that Gunna has done since he's gotten out of jail, he's done everything the right way. Came out of jail. You don't see Gunna on Twitter. You don't see Gunna, you know, starting issues with anybody. Gunna came out, got in the best shape of his life, immediately went back to dropping hit songs, immediately went back to dropping good albums, and went back to doing concerts and touring around the world. Young Thug came out of jail, and the first thing he want to do is go on Twitter and get on his Meek Mill shit, doing the same thing Meek Mill did when he was beefing with Drake, going on Twitter, calling Gunna a rat, going on Big Bank, calling Gunna a rat, crashing out, dropping trash ass music. That's another thing. Like, let's be honest, guys. The best song that Young Thug has put out since he came out from jail was the song that leaked where he was dissing Gunna and a whole bunch of other people. Dissing Gunna, Lil Woody. That's the best Young Thug song I've heard since he came out. Young Thug's album, listen, I'm not going to say Thug's album was trash, but it definitely was underwhelming. I think YFN Lucci, his album was much better than that album that Young Thug put out. Young Thug's album was okay, but it didn't live up to the hype of what we thought it was going to be. And I think a lot of that has to do with the antics that Young Thug is doing outside of music, right? It has a lot to do with those phone calls from jail leaking out, where he's talking shit about everybody, talking shit about Future, talking shit about Drake. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a good look, man. So at this point in time, bro, the reality of the situation is this. Young Thug needs Gunna more than Gunna needs Young Thug. That's the reality of the situation. And 21 Savage, the reason why he felt the need to go on Twitter and say this is because 21 Savage, he must also feel like his interview with Big Bank, where he pretty much is sticking up for Gunna, he feels like that probably hurt his album sales. I don't think that's the case. I think the album was just trash. You know, I think 21 Savage's album was just trash, bro. The worst song on the album is a song with Drake. That song is awful. So 21 Savage has some other things to say on Twitter, man. He also said he added Lil Baby and said, "You one of the realest young niggas out this shit. Admit Slime was moving the goalposts and we was standing behind him because we love him, my brother." So he's basically looking for Lil Baby to pretty much help him convince Young Thug that he was moving the goalposts, and the only reason that they still rocking with him is because Young Thug is their brother. I also agree with 21 on that. Then he goes on to at Quavo and Offset, and he says, "Y'all niggas tell the world I put y'all on group text and told y'all to squash it before it even go far. Nigga, if y'all was together, y'all would be unstoppable." I agree with that as well. Let's be honest, guys. Quavo and Offset being solo artists, it's not working out for either one of them. Offset put out a Halloween album, it flopped. Quavo's put out a couple of singles this year. None of them really did anything on the Billboard charts. Offset and Quavo, rest in peace to Takeoff, who I think was the best rapper out the group. Offset and Quavo need to get back together, and they need to bring the Migos back together. And listen, have Rich the Kid be the third Migo member. Nobody's ever gonna replace Takeoff, but at the end of the day, the Migos is still a household name. They pretty much ran the rap game from 2013 to 2017. At the end of the day, bro, the Migos gotta get back together and continue to make music together, bro. Quavo and Offset, they make the best music when they work together. We all know Quavo was the best at the hooks. Offset, he probably got the best verses, you know what I'm saying? And I think Takeoff had the best flow out of everybody in the group. But they, like I said, they could easily put Rich the Kid as the third member of the Migos. And I think people would like it. You know what I'm saying? I think people would like it. So 21 Savage goes on to say, "Last year I was the realest nigga for you, trying to stop Thug from exposing Gunna. Now I'm fake, LOL." Then he adds QCP and says, "I told you to your face you did wrong at the party, but I never bashed you on the internet because it would have made the city look bad. Because you was putting on all the young niggas, and that would have fucked the money up." So yeah, man, 21 Savage is on Twitter, crashing out, you know, speaking on things publicly, because he doesn't like the fact that his new album is projected to do 50K first week. And that's a huge drop off from his last album that did well over 100K first week. But at the end of the day, 21 Savage, you got to switch your style up, brother. You know what I'm saying? You keep making the same songs over and over, and people don't want to hear that shit no more. Rap as a whole is falling off, but you know, people want to hear something new. Right now is the best time for an artist that's a rapper to come out with a brand new sound, a brand new flow, and rap about different subjects and shit, man. Because the rap game is so boring right now, man. People rather watch Kai Cenat or I Show Speed on Twitch go live or DDG than to, you know, spend time listening to an album that sounds like the last 3 albums that the artist already put out. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.
Yo, Stay Wavy TV, ride the vibe with me, splash through your screen, drip clean like the sea, high tide energy, never on mute. Turn from the sound, let the motion move you. Stay tuned, stay free, stay